All right. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual, Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. So I'm doing this video in this format. Is you guys can hear the noise campaign going on outside. It's been going on like that since I got back in from taking my daughter to the Boys and Girls, and because certain things that they did, including hacking into my phone, which I'm going to show you guys what it is that they did. Okay, so before I begin, I want to read some things for you guys. Let me pull up the documents. All right, this is a declassified document from the FOIA site on the CIA website. Okay, this is, I think I've read this before, some of it actually, but I just want to go through certain things. All right, this is a report on Russia. The subject is Program Examine Psychological Control Experiments in USSR. Now, again, this was declassified in 2000. And let's see if I can find the date on this document. As I said, date, they hear the car honking. I guess Pam has a date. You hear that? Oh, there you go again. Confirming. All right. Anyhow, let's see. Trying to find a date here. All right. Well, I really can't find a date. But anyhow, the report talks about weapons using the microwave radio wave frequency to control the minds of the masses, whether it be an individual, group of people, or entire population. Okay? And one of the things that this document states is the use of what is called bio generators. Okay? So it talks about where is it here? Let's see. It's been a while since I've read this document over. But it talks about bio generators, right? And it talks about here radiological examination of plants, right? Because again, they're testing these weapons. Okay. Now, on this part, this extract, it says it would be tempting to turn psychological weapons against one's own people and make millions of them forget about discontent with the system of social inequalities, about the struggle for peace, and about the civil rights, oppressed but joyful. Again, you just look at black people, okay? They don't think that they're oppressed, right? But they're joyful, even though they are oppressed, are fleeced by monopolies, but content with everything. Now, doesn't that describe America today, particularly from the perspective of being black? Also, when he talks about when they mention fleeced by monopolies, and we see corporations, right, are literally running America. Okay? And, we have a huge population of people who are content. right? There's no urgency. Thinking for black people, the economists, social scientists, they've been saying, you know, black people by the year 2050 will have zero wealth. By the year 2035, black people will be the fourth most populous people in the U.S. Ain't no politician going to be coming into a community, the communities that we live in, and there for votes. Okay? They're not going to do that. Okay? So, I said, wouldn't this be the ideal citizens from the point of view of the ruling circles and countries of the West? Okay? All right. So then it goes on to talk about Russia's development in these technologies. It says stories about design bureaus at which instruments have been developed for producing long distance effects on the human mind has begun to appear in the press. Among the mail that we received from our readers had been a trickle of letters which mentioned individual brainwashing by mysterious psychological weapons. Okay? Yeah, this is nothing new. When we talk about this as TIs, what is being done to us, it's nothing new. Okay, and now we see the whole UFO thing starting to pop up again. Again, they've done it before. It's a distraction. Okay, it's a distraction. All right. So here it talks about these psychotherapists, right? And so the trouble is not even that many of these therapists are elementary uh, acquisitor who are out to make easy money in a hurry. This is a topic for a separate conversation. The danger lies elsewhere. Mass session of this kind have a substantial impact on the hypnability of millions of televiewers. Talking about radio frequency, the UHF and VHF signals, right, in which they can manipulate our mind. Okay? The session heightened it. And we're talking about these shows that used to have hypnotists on television hypnotizing people. Okay? And this means that the viewer stands a greater chance of being turned into zombies. The runaway UFO psychosis spawned by television is another example. From letters and in the course of personal conversation, my colleagues on the bioengineering, bio, can't pronounce that word, but anyway, a committee and I have established numerous cases of hypnosis on topics of contact with unidentified flying objects. This is very dangerous. Is there a way of preventing mass creation of zombies? Of course, and it is known to the whole world. It consists primarily of accepting a new thinking model which involve human spirituality. It must never be forgotten that for humanity, the optimal order of tasks which are accomplished proceed from morality and ecology, ecology to economics and politics. Okay? Now let's scroll down here because I think there's a part in here where they talk about, again, these so called bio generators. All right. So here it says specialists have acknowledged that psychological weapons exist and the information media, which has long been a tool for ideological brainwashing of the masses, are probably one of the most potent varieties of such weapons. But information about the existence also of technical PSI weapons have been confirmed at the same time. The editors have received a report about a discovery of an invention called a method of inducing artificial sleep at a distance by means of radio wave, registered by the State Committee on Invention and Discovery on January 31st, 1974. So in 1974, they can use radio wave frequency to put anybody to sleep. Okay? To the best of our knowledge, a hypnotic radiator has been built and has been successfully tested in a military unit. Okay? Here. So it says water psychotropic biogenerators. They are electronic equipment which produce the effect of control in the human organism. Specifically, the left and right hemisphere of the cerebral cortex are affected. The so called Project Zombie 5 of the United States is based on this. Okay? So the Soviets have been studying US mind control programs, and the US have been studying the Soviets mind control program. Right? So this is nothing new. Okay? People we're just ignorant to the facts, right? We don't have this information that we think these things are new. But these things have been around since the 1960s, 70s. And imagine how advanced this technology is today. Imagine just having a cell phone is enough so that they can reach hundreds of millions of people in America so that they can manipulate. Okay, so in another way, right, in terms of the more COINTELPRO Zoom type approach, so they are multifaceted in the way how they will manipulate you and control you, not just using you know technology, microwave, radio wave, frequency weapons, right, acoustic weapons. And I talk about the foot soldier, right, recruiting the civilian population, right, through religious institutions and using their religious belief system as a means to control them and manipulate them. Okay? So there's I don't want to read all of this, just a few parts. Okay? Just a few parts. Right? So the CIA has designed this pamphlet, Psychological Operation in Guerrilla Warfare, to win the hearts and mind of the people. Precisely what the Americans tried and failed to do in Vietnam. Some of the language is in classical, liberal, democratic tones. The irony is that the tactics used to accomplish a change in the government are far from being liberal or democratic. They are drawn from the guerrilla warfare concept of Mao Zedong and Ho Chi Minh, as well as the anti personnel procedure of the Central Intelligence Agency. Now, what's interesting for me as a TI, and for you as a TI, is let me find that part here. Give me a sec, somewhere here. Let me zoom in on this. Package that was okay. No. right. Let me find the part that is really, um, tell you, would not believe it if I didn't show it to you. Yeah. So it says, yet another CIA tactics, the manual advance is the recruitment of the unemployed and professional criminals to carry out specific selective jobs. These jobs, while left vague, are placed in that section of the manual having to do with political agitation and demonstrations. These criminals are to be equipped with weapons. Okay, I'm not going to list all of them. So when you talk about, um, when you had the Black Lives Matter marches, and then you had undercover police officers, you know, throwing bricks, and then they hire uh, agent provocateurs to engage in unruly behavior and getting protesters arrested. Again, these things are nothing new. These things are nothing new. Okay. When I show you guys, when I come over here, I'm going to pick up my kids. Uh, the use of people who are unemployed to target me every single day. All right. I just wanted to read this just to make a point and just to show you guys that this is nothing new. Okay, hearts and mind. What is hearts and mind? All right, and again, it's to do what? Is to create within a person or a people who they should be, how they should think, what they should believe, and when it's being used in a negative way, okay, it is to manipulate the population to engage in criminal behavior. Okay, so this is working with Hearts and Mind, a guide for facilitators of organizational transformation. So again, these terms comes out of the military, the CIA. Corporate America have adopted a lot of the CIA mind control tactics and methods. Okay? All right. Let's get to the video now. The videos, I should say. Welcome back to. Oh, sure. Oh, yes. Yeah, so a brand new video. I think I was talking about the. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that sound right there. Didn't sound like that before. But okay. This is what they do. It is to be expected. All right. So let's start from the beginning. So I'm leaving the apartment building to go pick up my daughter. Target individual program. Target individual experience. I'm gonna pick up Alyssa. I also have with me 2 pairs of sneakers. Last week when I picked up my daughter, there was these this woman there with her 2 kids. And I thought they were twins. They didn't look alike. And I'm like, Dad, these young kids, they remind me of my brother and I when we were younger at that age. Yeah, she opened up his mouth. Hope you guys saw that. Right? As he walked by, he just like opened his mouth. Alright, so so I was looking at I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh look, FGY 1329. Right there. That's the reason why they do what they do. I see you looking, lady. I see her. She is staring at me. All right, great timing, right? Talk about synchronized movement, timing. Talk about military hearts and mind campaign, teaching the civilian to engage in teaching civilians military tactics, right? Just like you had that PSYOPs officer who were training, these some of these insurrectionists in the art of psychological manipulation, how to manipulate people, right? And she manipulated all of them to go to the capital for the insurrection. Well, looking, I see you. They always have to. It's always. How they be using black women against each other, how they use black men against each other, how they use black women against men, how they use black men against black women, right? And they don't even have a clue, particularly when it comes to black women. They're too much on the fake happiness, hyper materialistic mindset. Another KWW 3231 right here, right? Yeah, so always call it the license plate number because they parked there on purpose. And I always remember, man, how they got me so fixated on that number. All right, so let me tell you, I think I told you guys before, but I'm gonna tell you again, just as a refresher. So when they started targeting me with that number, right, I would constantly see cars driving in front of me with that number, right? And then everywhere I parked, okay, I would park either in front of a car or behind a car with the number 32 in the license plate. Right? Now, there are other numbers in this. What makes me become so fixated on that number? Well, they started wearing that number, started talking about that number on the back of people's jerseys. So they have people wearing, those sports jerseys with the number 32, right? And they'll constantly, walk in front of me or stand up, and then when they see me, they'll turn around so I can see the number on the back of their shirt or their jacket, right? New York Predator Department. Yeah. And this went on for months, years, right? Then all of a sudden, I stopped seeing people with the number 32 in their jerseys, and now there were vehicles in front of me when I was driving the number 32. When I parked, it doesn't matter what time of the night I get home or what time of the day I get home, I'll always park, there will always be a parking space that was open, and the car in front of me or behind me has the number 32 in the license plate. Okay, so that's how they do it. That is how they condition you. First, they'll show you, they'll use people on the streets, right? They'll use symbols or brands or numbers, and then, to get your attention, they'll stand up there and do something, maybe stick their finger in their ears or tap their nose and then turn around, and, of course, you're gonna notice the number, right? Or whatever brand it is that they're wearing. Okay? And so that is, again, how they condition your mind. And this happens over months, years. Okay? And that is how they condition it into your mind. Through repetition. All right? And then doing certain things, like I said, manipulating, having people within the community engage in targeting. Right? Because I'll tell you, before I used to come home there, I used to wait for a long time to get a parking space. There are times, doesn't matter what time I come home, there'll always be that parking space open up. All right? And the car in front of me or behind me will have the number 32 in the license plate. All right? And most likely it's the car in front of me, right? Because again, if you're driving, you're looking to the front windshield. Okay? All right. So Pam just called me all the way before I left to go pick up Alyssa. And she's having a conversation with me about such and such. And I was talking about how recently, what she does, right? Sometimes she'll hang up the phone real fast, and she said bye, like really in a stern way, right? In a stern way. Or she'll say it multiple times and whisper it, HCW 3217. Right here. right? And so I wanted to see what she was going to do, so I didn't hang up. I waited for her to hang up. She didn't say bye. You know what I'm saying? Even when I say bye, and I usually say bye, and I don't say it in any aggressive way or any other way. I say it in my normal tone, you know, and yeah. So I was like, okay, she back on that again. But anyhow, I'll talk to you guys in the video. Yep. So, like I said, that's what she was doing, and I think again because they tried to keep me here. Even I was here last night because she came in the house and she was so tired she went straight to bed. And Ethan had his school project to finish because it was due today. Now I know if I left, he would not have gotten it done. Because even when I was here, I had to keep every 10 minutes coming uh, to his computer desk, see what he's doing, all right, and tell him stop watching videos, stop talking to your friends, tell your friends you got a project to finish. They don't understand that, they're not your friend. Stop talking to them. And you know, he got off of Discord with his friends, and he got his project done. All right. So you know, so anyhow, and she gets to sleep. Get to sleep. Oh, also gave her a massage. Right, because she's like her feet was hurting her, which I haven't done in a while. But I kind of felt, um, you know, sorry for her. So I gave her a massage, her feet, her calves, her legs, and you know, spent about a whole damn hour, massaging her legs, and then rub her feet down with olive oil. Right, olive oil is pretty amazing oil. Okay, it's good for putting your skin. It's also good as an anti-inflammatory, and so you know went to bed a little early, and she wakes up in the middle of the night, keeping me up. I'm looking at her like, so sometimes I'm sleeping next to her, and I turn, and she's like, I'm trying to sleep. But here, I was trying to sleep because I got to get up early. She didn't get up until 8 o'clock. Okay. Meanwhile, I've been up from 6:30. Like I tell her, I said, when you do these things, you don't see it. You keep me up. That's okay. If I make some noise, you want to get upset because you tell me you get sleep. But it's perfectly okay for you to interfere with my sleep, even though I'm the one that's getting up early while you lay in bed. All right. But that's what she does. All right. Anyhow, let's get to the next video. Lady with her two sons. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with this. Hold on a sec. All right. Can't play the video. And again, this is deliberately done. Okay. Because why they constantly testing my memory. And I think I was talking about because it was the I had saw this lady about a week ago, and uh, her she had two boys with her. Picked them up from school, and they looked like twins. So saying that they kind of reminded me of my brother and I when I was that age. We were that age, but they wasn't twin. They were siblings, but they sure as hell look like twins. So just having a conversation with her, telling her to, be honest with her children, particularly her boys, teach them about white supremacy. Don't raise your black male children to think that everybody love each other because that's not the case. Particularly black women who are very religious, they tend not to talk to the children about the reality about being black, right? They tend to gloss over it and tell them to pray to God and all this stuff. And God ain't changing the hearts of these racist people, okay? Because your God don't exist. The story in the Bible of God changing Pharaoh's heart, again, it's all BS, right? If he's all powerful and almighty, he would need to change Pharaoh's heart. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, so I was after talking to her for a bit. Just it was pretty short, you know, and then I had the kids were wearing these low cut sneakers, not really in good shape. So I said to her, I said, you know what? I said, what are the sizes? And so I end up getting them a pair of Pumas each, right? Now, uh, why Pumas? If you go to eBay, you see they're very cheap in price, but they're good quality sneakers. They're still good quality sneakers. I wear them. I find myself being very nostalgic when I wear Pumas. Okay, next I got to get some Felines. In the '80s, it was Pumas, Felines, Adidas, and Nikes. Okay, so yeah. But as I was talking, again, they hacked my phone. Right, so this is the first hack in which they started to mess with the sound. So I couldn't. You guys can't hear what I'm saying. All right. So anyway, I had thought I saw her, but it was another woman. I can't remember the face too well, but I know she had her hair natural, and it was put in a bun. Right. So I saw a woman. I kind of looked like her in terms of with the hairstyle, but it wasn't her because that woman also had two boys. It wasn't her, and I thought I had saw her walk into the schoolyard. That's probably a reason why they hacked my phone because they don't want certain things to be shown. So she walked into the schoolyard, and I saw this woman turn around and raise her hands, right? Because again, what it is that because I didn't recognize her, the first woman that I saw that I confessed the hairstyle, but it wasn't her. So when she comes in now afterwards, turns around, raise her hands, and turn and walk right into the school. Like you're in class, you raising your hand, right? But again, this is you know manipulation, mind control. So my daughter came out. I waited a little bit to see if it was her because I didn't see her come out. So I said to myself, you know what? She might have came out and I didn't even notice. So we started walking to the boys and girls across the street, right? And then I saw her at the corner of my eyes, the same woman that raised her hand. She had her hair. It wasn't perm, but it was straightened. You know, by using a hot comb or something like that, but not perm, right? And so I said to her, I said, "Excuse me, but was it you that you know, was speaking to?" And she was like, "Yes, yes, yes." I said, "Oh," I said, "Okay." I said because I stopped another lady with two boys, but it wasn't her. So I gave her the sneakers, and again, I was recording um, after I picked Alyssa up, just to you know update in terms of what was happened, that she didn't show and such and such. I didn't know that they tampered with the sound on this video. Okay, so you know I went to pause the video, and I saw that there was no pause button, right? And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I'm like, okay, they hacked my phone, right? And which they did. But what they did is that they switched the mode to slow mode, right? So again, they like to send a subliminal message about, oh, you slow, you slow, or you last, or you second, or you third, right? If I'm first, they use the sirens, you know. So when they try to make me feel like I'm last, or have you, always in my mind I'm saying, no, I'm first, I'm first, I'm first, and then they'll use the sirens, right? Because again, the remote will monitor it, right? The microchip, right? So this is just another way of them sending a subliminal message, hacking into your devices, in this case my phone, and because you remember, right? I went from this first video right here Okay, let's go back here. Right. So this is the first video. Okay. Welcome back to. Okay. And then went from here. So all I did was just change the back facing camera to the front facing camera, and then I switched the front facing camera to the back facing camera. Didn't change anything. Didn't touch anything else. Started recording. And of course, they to my phone and switched it to slow mo recording. All right, it's kind of funny. Let me play for you guys. All right. So I didn't record the woman and her kids because again, I don't, some people on YouTube, they showing them giving people stuff. I don't do that. Like I give somebody something, it's from the goodness of my heart. My kids give somebody something, it's from the goodness of their heart. Right? We don't do nice things. Okay? Okay, we do things that are good. All right, so now I put the hack to my phone. Usually I go to the barbershop to say what's up to the kings in the barbershop. There's only one barber in there. And of course, there's a reason why they did what they did. As he was, as I was saying, what's up, King? And he walked over to. They had an ottoman in the middle of the barbershop. It was a red ottoman, and he takes his thumb and press it against the ottoman. And it's the reason why they did this. So I wouldn't be able to show you guys because it's painful watching this in slow motion. Okay, and of course the perps that they had sent, right, to engage in targeting. So this video it's 45 minutes or 40 something minutes. Let me see. 45 minutes of slow motion. They're funny. Let me tell you, they are hilarious. But anyhow, well, you guys wouldn't believe this. I was doing a video and they switched the mode to slow motion. I'm looking for my shades. My shades on top of my head. Anyhow, so I'm wondering. I'm saying to myself, why is the video like this? Right? No, remember, I was just doing a video with the front-facing camera. I didn't change the back-facing camera, right? And I'm saying to myself, why am I not seeing the pause button, right? Because again, they switched my camera in the New York Predator department over there. They switched my camera to the slow mode option. That's why I wasn't seeing. Look at them up there. Look at them up there. Yeah. That's why I missed. I didn't realize what was happening, right? Because I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on here? So now I got to go look at that video. And just again, but this is what they do. Anyway, number 32, number 6722323. All right. Again, we gotta understand what it is that they do, man. So why did they switch my camera? Why? Because they didn't want me to. They didn't. I mean, I wasn't showing me, giving the sneakers. I still have. Was I recording? Yes, I was recording. I was. Because I didn't see her, so I'm thinking that I'll see her tomorrow. So I started recording, and I tried to pause the video, but the video couldn't pause, right? Because they switched it to slow mode. Why? It's like when they say, "Oh, you slow, we're gonna make you slow." Or you early, or you late, or you fast, or you first, you second, you third. It's always these things. That's what they do, and so they hack into your devices to say this subliminal message. Like I said, I know exactly what they do. And what is that they do? The only person that's slow, that's them. Okay, they think that they're smart. Right? They think that they can engage in a lot of things. All right, wait till you see my next video. Listen to my next video. It's going to be a doozy. It has to do with BCI, brain computer interface. All right, and what are the criteria? Okay, and you guys, if you're listening, you can go do some pre-research as to why, when they engage in the implantation of brain implants, right? Why is it that they have to infect the monkeys with a certain virus? Okay, and then you start reading about black community, particularly black women, the highest rate of infection and transmission of a particular STD. All right, and it's not HIV. Okay, but they have to infect you with that virus, particularly if you have a brain implant, so that the brain defense mechanism don't attack the implants. Okay. So again, like I said, I was reading an article about this a couple of years ago, and then I started realizing I was listening to Dr. Ray Higgins, and he was talking about how nanotechnology, and I was reading. I'm like, damn, that this is how they implanting black people. This is what they do. This is their game. Okay, and again, I'm going to expose it. All right, this is what they've been doing all along. Okay, so again, I'm gonna bring you the facts, the truth, not believe shit. You ain't got to believe me. You're gonna know. You're going to know. Again, and what is that? That's from the in the 1990s. It was up in the 1990s. The what do you call it? The Violent Initiative. Right. So they got to remember they always got to create their condition so they can justify doing what it is that they do. This is white supremacy. This is how white supremacy works. It has always worked that way. Okay. We as black people, we're the ones that, again, we believe every damn thing instead of knowing. All right. This is what they do. Can't just believe things. You got to know. So again, I'm going to show you guys more proof. Again, you look at places like Houston, Atlanta, right? Even here in New York City. There's a reason why they allow these things to happen, because they condition us to do certain things and engage in certain behaviors. Right? And they can get the community, particularly those in the religious community, because they are gullible Negropeans, gullible Christians. One of my favorite Dr. Amos Wilson video is called Gullible Christians. Right? And there are people that look like me working with these races, these Sambos on the police force, the Sambinas, okay, who want to be in their society so bad, want to be promoted so bad and get promotions, that they're willing to throw their own people under the bus so they can get a promotion. Bunch of sellouts, bunch of coons. That's a white woman. They start using her again.
Yeah, that's like what I was saying yesterday.
All right, so just start walking and stand up right there. See, again, they feel like they can target me, which is okay. They can feel how much as they want. But I'm going to. Yeah. So, again, the use of the white woman. I've been trying to upload one of my videos on YouTube as well as Rumble. It's one of the nights that I left here to go home. As I exit out the elevator, the same white woman whispered to me, bye-bye. So I had titled the video, She Whispered Bye-Bye to Me. And Have not been able to upload that video. Okay, have not been able to upload that video. So, like I said, there's certain videos in which they will pick and choose what I can upload, what I can't, just because it shows, right, my targeting. Okay, without any doubt. So, anyhow, um, this is for the video. I will speak to you guys on the next target individual program, target individual experience.